What's going on, my friends? Dr. Brian McElderry here, holistic life coach, mentor, and speaker, all to high-performing professionals and entrepreneurs. And today we're going to be discussing dropping the drama, accepting the conflict. Now, these two terms might seem around the same meaning, right? They're both nouns. They both describe in our heads the fact that two people, two ideas, two entities are clashing together in disagreement. Now, none of us want drama in our lives, right? This is something that we commonly avoid, we try to avoid. It's something that is in our nature to have in our lives, or that we've had in our lives before. Now, it might seem that you are battling with this now. Maybe you are in a conflict with another person, or maybe it be your job place, maybe it be your spouse, your significant other, maybe it be with your kids, maybe it be with somebody that you just met off the street. You just don't have the same agreement. Now, how do we come into agreement? I think it's essential for us to define what this truly means from a state of being. Okay, let's describe the state of being and being present. Now, this is an eternal word that is described a lot in context of spirituality. When we talk about the state of being, when we talk about a higher power, and this being is something that we can't really tap in with our mind, because it's an emotional feeling. It's a state of stillness that we have to realize. Now, this state is hard for people to combat. It's hard for people to get into this state of being because they're constantly on the go, right? All of us nowadays have this device in our hands where we feel like we have this power, that we can look up anything, we can learn anything, we can interact with anybody, we can invade people's spaces as much as we want, or as much as they allow us to. And this conflicts. This doesn't agree with how our natural state of being is supposed to be. Okay? Now, Brian, you're probably asking me, like, what does this have to do with me, Brian? What is the takeaway from this video of how I can overcome or drop the drama but accept conflict? Now, before I dive into that, I want you to understand clearly that drama and conflict are around the same terms when described in the dictionary, okay? It's essentially what I said before, conflicting of two ideas, two identities, where it's not in agreement. Now, the word drama and conflict, when the first thought comes into your heads, it's not a good thought. But conflict, I want you to understand, is okay. It's okay to disagree. But what is going to move us forward as a society, as individuals, is that. Because each of us has a state of being. Each of us has our own identity, but we're just not able to tap into that identity, right? It's very difficult, like I said before. Now, how can you tap into this identity? I think it's so important for us to do that. And to do that, we have to be in a state of stillness. We have to understand how to be still in the moment and be present. And this is where meditation comes in. This is where yoga practices, this is where breath work comes in. This is where just being in a state of silence is so important, because we are constantly on the go. We wake up every single morning, we grab a cup of coffee, we run out the door, we get into traffic, and we're already flustered. We get into the office, or we get started on our business, or we take the kids to school and we wake them up. Anything that's going on with your life, it just hits us in the mornings right off the bat, and we're not able to be in the state of being. And what's the first thing that comes to our minds is either drama, or somebody else is wrong, or conflict with either the barista at Starbucks or our local coffee shop, or a conflict with a coworker or our boss, or conflict at school, or conflict with our kids, conflict in general with our spouse, our significant other. All these things come into play because we are not in a state of stillness and being. And once we realize this, we can drop the drama, but we can accept conflict, because once everyone becomes in a state of being, When you understand your identity, when you understand your purpose, when you understand what your values are, what you believe in, that is where accepting conflict is okay, because conflict in that context is essentially us throwing out ideas, agreeing, disagreeing, pulling pieces from this person, pulling pieces from this person. And then we can move forward to each of our goals, and there's this holistic support system around each other that we can thrive on. So I want you today, tomorrow, this week, this month, the rest of this year, to start dropping the drama. Start dropping all those things that are coming into your life that are not serving you. Stop being so egotistical that you feel like you're always right. Start accepting the fact that it's okay to have disagreement. It's okay for you to accept other people's thoughts and ideas and opinions and not be affected negatively by it. This is where this unity, this is where this equilibrium comes into play, where we are all working together towards each and every one of our goals. And it's so important for us to realize that. And to do that, we must be in a state of being and be able to drop the drama and accept the conflict. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did like it, please comment down below. Please share it out to any individual you think will benefit from it. And let's move this message forward. And if you do need additional support around these areas that I'm discussing, we have our Shift Mentorship /Academy. The difference is our one-on-one mentorship with myself is the mentorship, and then we have the Academy, which is the group coaching program where you can join monthly or have that yearly investment within yourself and get support around how to live your best life. Okay? Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video.